Welcome back to Figured Out by 25, a conversation about letting go of unmet expectations and accepting what is. It's Arin.
And Jazmin.
And welcome back. This is the last episode of the season. We made it. Woo!
How do I say goodbye?
Okay. That's yours? Because I wanted to sing, it's a wrap. That's all I got.
Goodbye.
Well, you all came back. We hope that you've enjoyed this season so far. We hope that you have been blessed by our episodes. We really just want to give this a shot, right? We really just want to just get this off the ground. This has been something that's been on my heart for, like 2.5 years probably. And then meeting Jazmin, our friendship developing. And then she was like, hey, you know what I always wanted to do? And I was like, what? And she was like, do a podcast. And I'm like, you want to do one with me? And she said, sure.
And then she changed her mind.
Let me see. But no, hold on. First, she was, give me the plan, and then I'll say yes or no. Mm-hmm. I had to come up with I had a plan, but I had to give her specific information before she said yes.
Sure did, because I am a planner, and I need to see what we going to do. I just needed a rough draft. I didn't need everything.
You saw you wanted everything.
No, I just needed a rough draft.
You like, Arin, what we doing today? What's this look like? What's that look like? Yeah.
Exactly.
So
that's what you need. You need to have a plan. You need to have some things put together.
Cool. So we're here. We made it.
And
you
then,
made it.
No, don't skip over the fact. Then she was like, I don't feel like it.
I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. Life has been lifing, y'all. And so pushing this out on top of being in a new work environment, learning all these different things, serving in church, trying to rest, trying to be, we haven't even talked about the season that I, have been in with being able to do this podcast. And so all of that, it's been difficult. I'm just I'm drained. I don't have nothing to give. So I'm also been in kind of a season of, okay, if God's telling me to do something, I need to make time for it. So this podcast has been something we've had to kind of squeeze some time in to make happen. So yeah, but we're here, but we're going to be back, right?
Maybe. We need to re-up some terms and conditions. I feel like after season 1, I got the hang of things and my talent.
You're a little bit too comfortable.
My talent has been highlighted.
Oh, yeah.
And now that my talent has been highlighted, we need some new terms and conditions.
Yeah, drop off some documents and memorandums. That's what the paper likes to say. So, but yeah, we'll be back, y'all. We'll be back. But we
light skinned Aunt Viv might be sitting here though. She might not go with my terms and conditions and replace me.
We might be in a different area too, because I know we want to have more people.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah. We do.
We wanted to do it just us, let y'all get to know us and get a feel of how us co-hosting together would look like. But we also want to invite other people because we want to be able to share other people's stories and just learn about their adulthood journey. And they've accomplished some things we may not have accomplished. They've gone through some things that we may not have gone through. And so we want to talk about a lot of things. I'm thinking about divorce and in your 20s. I'm thinking about having children in your 20s, home ownership in your 20s. I'm thinking about all these different things. I know some friends. I got some people that I'm thinking about. If you watching, you might be one of them that I'm thinking about having as guests. So we got a lot of things cooking for the next season.
Yeah,
got
but
some ideas.
The most important guest that we're going to have on here is when we do Husband Takeover.
Oh, yeah.
I said it on the pod at the end of season 1, so it has to happen.
That would be great.
So a Husband Takeover is going to happen.
Yeah, so we got to give at least one husband to just come over here for the first time. We need him to at least be in the back while we recording one. I think I need him to see how we do it. I need him to at least come.
Okay, so we'll have him come and he'll observe.
Yeah.
And then maybe a few hours later we'll go ahead and make
surprise!
It record. Yeah, because I don't know if we're gonna get him over here twice.
Jesus. Okay. But y'all see where things are. You see where things are. But yeah, so we just want to end this journey with you all for the season 1, just on just reflection. And one of the things we definitely want to talk about today is self-discovery, and how the self-discovery journey is never over. We've talked about a lot of hard things on this podcast so far, and like we alluded to just now, we're going to be talking about some other hard things. And we want to just reflect on the journey that we've taken, and then looking forward to the future, but also understanding that, yes, we're talking about these hard topics and things, but life is gonna keep hitting us. Life is gonna keep happening, and so there's gonna be some more things that we'll have to go through and talk about. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of just take the time to self-reflect and talk about self-discovery. If I haven't said that a million times already, but Jazmin. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. So along with Jazmin having all these like specific requirements that she asked of me to say yes to this podcast, she was like, "Oh, it'll be fun." And I'm like, "What? If we just we find out what our spirit animals are?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Why?"
Taking it back. BuzzFeed quizzes.
So we took a BuzzFeed quiz to
Woot woot.
see what our spirit animals are, and I'm like, "Why?
Yeah.
Why?"
Because it's fun.
This was totally her idea.
Because it's fun. You know, when you were sitting around with your friends trying to figure out what Harry Potter house you were part of?
Never did that.
Oh my goodness. You,
Never
ma'am.
did that.
I'm disappointed.
Never did that.
I'm so
I used to always
disappointed.
ask, "What is a Ravenclaw?
Oh my goodness.
What is this?"
Mm.
I don't know.
Mm. So you don't even understand Black Hogwarts.
Oh no.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Whatever.
No, nothing.
Okay.
I've seen one Harry Potter, and that was because it was on ABC Family. Remember it was ABC Family?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now. But ABC Family, it's Freeform.
It's Freeform now.
Yeah. That's so weird. I've never been able to accept Freeform. What is this?
I liked ABC Family.
Help me understand, what is a Freeform? What is a Freeform?
To be free in your own form.
Do they still play 700 Club at the end of the day? They do?
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know. Mr. Media Man now. I don't know about
No, they did. I remember being we were at a hotel in Arkansas, and we had it on Freeform, and 700 Club came on.
No, I stopped watching it. I never watched Freeform. I always watched ABC Family when they had like Pretty Little Liars and Switch That Bird.
Remember the 25 Days of Christmas? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did watch that.
That's childhood. Okay, y'all.
A child. We went back down memory lane.
Yeah, but we're on the right track, because you said, "Oh, taking it back with the spirit animals."
With the BuzzFeed quizzes. Yes, we used to sit around and do all types of BuzzFeed
So
quizzes with our friends.
was the Harry Potter thing a BuzzFeed?
Yeah, it was a BuzzFeed quiz.
Oh,
yeah. And you guessed you answered a series of questions, and then it told you what house you were part of. Ravenclaw.
Oh.
Gryffindor, Slytherin, and Hufflepuff.
Didn't know what a Hufflepuff was either. Nope. Sorry. All right, to the spirit animals.
I'm so disappointed.
So tell us about this quiz, Jazmin.
So it was a BuzzFeed quiz. Ask you all these different types of questions to get to know you. Mm-hmm. You did your preferences. And then it gave you an animal. So the animal that I got is a Shiba Inu, which is a specific type of dog. And then it gives you a little paragraph. That's what I love about it. It gives you a little paragraph that tells you how you are related to said animal. So as it says, you are very curious about the way things work, but that doesn't mean you don't have a smile on everywhere you go. You're friendly, loyal, and you have a certain fondness of misspellings. Come on. The way that I text, I have a lot of misspellings.
Interesting. Yeah, you do. Yeah. I was like, as you said that, I was like, does she? And I'm like, oh, not yet. You do.
It's because I'm typing so fast and my phone can't keep up with my thumbs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what autocorrect is for.
I don't have my autocorrect on.
Oh.
Because sometimes I'm trying to say something. Like, you know how I spell drink when I mean like an alcoholic beverage?
Mm-hmm.
I spell it D-R-A-N-K.
Mm-hmm.
And I like make the A capitalized, and then the autocorrect's like, no, that's not right.
So you don't want the autocorrect correcting you?
Correct.
Yeah, so it sounds like. Okay.
Yes.
So you have it off.
Mm-hmm.
So you've limited its power.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be in control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Facts.
Okay, cool.
Big facts.
So, reluctantly, I took this quiz as well. And I got a sloth. So it says that you are as cool as a cucumber and you love to go with the flow. Your favorite activities include eating. That's a little personal. Sleeping and eating again. That's very personal. Let me read it again. You're as cool as a cucumber and you love to go with the flow. Your favorite activities include eating, sleeping, and eating again. Your rap name, it gave me a rap name. It's Sir Naps a Lot.
I believe that. Your rap name's Sir Naps a Lot.
I love naps.
You want to take a nap right now?
I do. I would love a nap.
Too bad. I'm going to make you work out.
Yeah. But yeah, we're here. So yeah, I'm Sir Naps a Lot. Sleep is important. Resting is important.
That's true. I agree.
I tell myself, hey, like a nap is good. I equate a nap to a workout.
No.
Like the fact that they both are beneficial. They're both beneficial for your body, for your health.
Come get her.
They're up there. They're up there with each other. Like I could take a nap and it be beneficial because I'm getting extra sleep, and I can work out and it's be beneficial for my body to lose weight and be healthy. They both serve an important purpose. They're up there with each other.
Okay.
All right. So what did your quiz tell you about yourself, Jasmine? How did you feel? Did you feel like this was spot on for you? Besides the misspelling, did you feel like this was spot on for you? Read it again. I like the first part was very
so the first one says you're very curious about the way things work, but that doesn't mean you don't have a smile on everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I have a smile on everywhere I go.
So it says you're very curious about how things work, but you always have a smile on your face. Right? So I think what that's saying to me when I think about you is that you don't get frantic about things if you don't know how things are.
That's
like
fair.
you can move forward even if you don't know all the details. I've seen you do it at work. Like you can confidently speak on something even if you may not know about it 100%. You know how to shift it.
That's fair.
And you know how to make it work for the people that need to hear it.
That's fair. That's one of the things that I highlight in my job interviews. I'm like, I'm flexible.
Yeah, you're flexible.
I'm a flexible person.
And you can, if people don't, like I said, like we've worked at nonprofit, and they can sometimes come up with some random crap on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not like me, where I'm like, I gotta know all the details. If I don't know all the details, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't got out there saying nothing to nobody. Or if I do, I'm we're gonna be able to do in this program, and it's not gonna be confident. But you have a way with words that even if you don't have all the information, you can speak on it confidently with a smile.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I think I relate very well to this being my spirit animal. Like I said, I don't think I smile all the time, but the way that you explained it, I get what they're saying about that. Then me being loyal, I think that's something I have because we talked about.
That part.
Yeah, it says you're friendly, loyal, and you have a certain fondness for misspelling. You were just focusing on the misspelling part.
I did.
Wow. But it said I was loyal. And if we can recall back to the friendship episode, we talked about how I keep my circle very, very close. And because of the bonds that I form with individuals, it's a very small circle because I give my all 100% into it. Yeah. So I think I like my spirit animal. A Shiba Inu is pretty cool too.
Emu. Copyright infringement. That's just made me think about.
No. Okay, so how do you feel about being a sloth? Sir Naps a Lot.
I do like the fact that it says I'm as cool as a cucumber.
Okay.
It's a little off because sometimes my anxiety is high. But I think sometimes I can go with the flow. So I try not to pressure certain things happening in my life. I think with friendships, I'm very go with the flow. Like I've adapted this mindset that like a true friendship happens naturally. I'm not going to fight for you to be my friend. I'm not going to text you, blow up your phone, be like, hey, we're friends, right? We're friends, right? I kind of just like, if it happens naturally, the person's meant to be my friend. That's it. And I think with serving people, I try to go with the flow and just be, meet people where they are and just kind of let it happen naturally like that as well. But yeah, sometimes my anxiety can be a little high, so I'm not as cool to cucumber all the time. And then your favorite activities are eating, sleeping, and eating again was a little personal because I am a plus size woman, so that was a little shot to the heart. But the eating and eating again. But yeah, I do value my sleep, my rest. I'm trying to actually go to sleep on time in this new season and trying to go to bed. Try to go to bed at 10. Normally, me and my husband go to sleep about like 11:30, 12 o'clock.
11 p.m.
And then have to be at work at like 7, 8. So we weren't getting that much rest. So yeah, rest is really important to me. And the certain naps a lot. Sure.
I'm gonna change your contact to that in my phone,
Don't do that.
and you're gonna be Sir Naps a lot in my
Don't do
phone.
that. So I gave you tips on yours. I gave you feedback on yours. What's your feedback on mine? Cool as a cucumber. You love to go with the flow.
I think all of that is wrong. I don't know what you did in your quiz. I have no idea what you answered in your quiz, but I think all of that is wrong. Just because you're somebody, like you said, you like to know all the details about something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you were honest in yours.
I was honest.
I think you were like,
I was
I'm
honest.
gonna pick this one.
No, I was not. I was honest. I was very honest.
Well, you're very detailed, or you need to know
Yeah,
everything, or you're not gonna show up. What is it that you always say? It's got to be a certain way, or you're not gonna feel prepared. Or you're not gonna feel ready.
That's true.
And so I think you can get frantic in those moments. So we've been trying to work on you being able to pivot. That's important for you to be able to do that.
I'm sorry. I only watched Living Single.
You only watched the.
That's why you didn't get no reaction to what you said. I knew where it came from. I was like, I don't relate because I only watched the Black Boy. All right.
I don't know if we can say that on.
She's like, let me type this and see if I can keep this in here.
100%.
Yeah. So just like blatantly, like it's all wrong. She can't even try to say something positive.
I think you like to take naps and you are a food connoisseur.
So what you saying? I need to retake my quiz?
I think you do.
Wow.
I think you do.
Then what if it gives me certain naps a lot again?
Okay, well then I need to dig a little deeper then.
Yeah. I don't think
then it's on me.
As well as you think.
Then it's on me. It's on me if you retake the quiz and you get the same.
But also, hey, it may have been the season of the time that I took the quiz.
That's true.
Maybe
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
You might be different now.
Yeah.
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 Very true.
So
I mean, I'm still a Sheba.
I'm like, self-discovery never stops.
That's true.
You're changing. Yeah.
So moving into that, as we are bringing a close to season 1 of this podcast, it was having a conversation about ourselves. We did a lot of self-reflection and just talked about our journeys and our experiences. What are some things that you are kind of currently working on, just in your personal, professional world?
I mean, the podcast.
Okay.
You said my personal and professional world. I think personally, I've been really big on working out and giving myself a shot at changing my diet. So I wouldn't say I've completely changed my diet, but I will say that I've been working on like just adapting a few things to try to see how my body reacts and responds, and to try to get it into a healthier place. So those are some big things I've been working on. And then just professionally, I've been trying to focus on what's in front of me. I have big projects and things to do, and things that I have to kind of help create and build. And so I'm like, okay, let's just stay tunnel vision and not look to the left or look to the right when it comes to different things, and not to let anything that could distract me or bring me down hinder me from sticking the course and staying on the journey. So those are pretty much the main things. I have family goals. So that's something else too that I'm working on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like professionally and personally. What about you?
Okay, awesome. For me, I think I'm focusing on the fitness aspect of it. Just as you had talked about, we're kind of each other's accountability buddies. Kind of. Sometimes we talk about the things, our highs, and then sometimes we glaze over our lows, but we talk about those too.
Yeah.
So we're both working on that fitness goal. Professionally, I think I'm just waiting for the spirit to let me know what's next. I think I'm still in the season of just stay and wait, see what else I can learn. Because as I mentioned in one of our other episodes, I always like to take away as much as I can from my last position, moving into the new position. So I don't think that in this position I've gotten all that I can as far as training or being exposed to different areas of need or anything like that. So I think I'm still in the season of just wait and see. I'm gonna continue consulting all the powers that be and figure it out from there. But we're gonna be starting therapy again. You know, Jesus and therapy, something that we do. We should buy shirts.
Oh, okay, that'll be nice.
We should buy shirts.
Cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep, we should go
For
ahead
episode 1, we'll wear Jesus and therapy shirts. And it's in the podcast.
Yep, that's
it's in
true.
the podcast.
It's in the pod, so it's gonna happen.
So season 2, episode 1. Jesus
I mean, it might not be shirts. Maybe we'll get some cups.
What if we get like sweaters?
Whatever is cheaper.
I like the whole sweater on the podcast.
How about we price some options and whatever's cheaper?
Price some options?
We price some options. A cup, a sweater, a shirt. We price check them and see which one is going to be.
This coming out the Fig 25 budget.
What budget?
Everything we do is from our own pockets and from our hearts. We do what we do because we love it. That's it.
All right. So
where were we going with this?
So therapy. And t-shirts, yeah.
Therapy and t-shirts.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah.
That's
anything else on your journey?
No, we talked about fitness. Gonna look back into going to therapy.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a waiting period of seeing kind of what's next for me career wise. Okay. Maybe get some headshots done just to spruce up my professionalism. See how that goes.
Cool. So again, just as we're reflecting on this journey, and kind of where we've been, and kind of where we're going now, I think one of the big things I wanted to kind of talk about, and you and I are a little bit different on this. We don't have to take too long to talk over it, but really the heart behind why I want to do this specific podcast, talking about these specific things, is that I went through a season probably about, I had to be like 26 or 27, where I really felt like everything, like my life was going in the wrong direction. Not saying like I was making bad choices or anything like that, but it was just literally like, okay, I got married at 22, which is great. Like I got the marriage check by 25, right? We weren't and still don't have any kids. And then my career was kind of like sporadic, all over the place, chaotic. And then we also had goals of like owning a home. And things just weren't like panning out the way that I wanted to. And so 25 came, 26 came, 27 came. And I'm just like, what is going on in my life? Like, why aren't things like going the way that I thought they would go? And I literally felt like I was like God, I don't know, like writing in like permanent marker on my life and like also scratching it out, like, you know, like, and so it's just like I just felt like everything was going wrong. And so it took me a while to come out of that season and to embrace the fact that like, hey, the journey that I'm on is okay. God allows certain things to happen for a reason, and he allows other things not to happen for a reason as well. And so I've had to really go through some of those things. Like home ownership was like, you know, for example, I feel like God has revealed to me that, you know, hey, one of the things I've really been seeing in my life more recently, especially with a lot of my goals, is that God's like, okay, I know you have those goals, I know you have those desires, but I care about you as a whole, not just getting you to the destination that you want. So, like, if you want kids, I do care about you wanting kids. I do care about you wanting to own a home. I do care about you wanting to have a certain career. But there are things in my life and things with me personally that I feel like He wants me to address and work on before I get those things. So, with a baby, for example, well, I'll go back to finances. With finances, for example, like, or owning a home, it was like, okay, I need you to get your finances right before you get a home, because then people talk about, being in, what is it, like, house debt. And so, like, he's like, I see what your finances look like. I see what you and your husband is doing. You ain't got no money saved.
I ain't got no money.
Your credit is bad.
Ooh.
Like, he exposes all of it. He's like, hey, these things ain't gonna magically happen.
Thanks.
Like, I want you to be responsible with the blessings that I give you. So He cares about the whole person. He cares about not just giving the blessing, but also how we're going to handle the blessing. Can we handle the blessing? So that's a really big thing for me. And so I've had to really learn and embrace the fact that, like, hey, the way that my life is going is not a mistake, and it's on purpose, because He's teaching me things and He's helping me learn and grow into things. And then He will say, hey, you're going to be a good steward of this blessing, because I've, trained you, I've taught you, I've gone with you on this journey, and you've learned and you've gotten better. And so I kind of want to ask you, kind of going off of that, was there a time when you realized that some of your goals weren't going to be accomplished by a certain age?
No. Short answer is no. Here's the long answer. So for me, I've always really operated in kind of short-term goals. As far as what are my plans. So what was my plans for senior year? I knew I had to go to college. So my goal was to figure out a major and figure out what college I was going to. I wasn't focusing on anything outside of that.
Right.
Once I got accepted into the college and I took the career test and got the major, I was like, okay, now I got to figure out where I'm going to live. So that's really kind of how my life has moved towards it. And it hasn't been until I've gotten to the other side of my 20s, because I feel like in my family, the early part of your 20s, nobody's kind of really concerned about, they're concerned about your career and you successfully finishing school, but nobody's really concerned about kind of the after of it.
Right.
So now that I've gotten into my late 20s and I have all of this stuff, I'm after 25, and I'm now married. Now I have to think about, okay, what are all these things that everyone's expecting me to do right now? It's parenthood. And so I'm going through a season of trying to figure out, is this something that I want to do?
Right.
Is this something that I've been called to do, is to be a parent? Which we can talk about in season 2.
Yeah.
Pending my demands be met.
So you gonna hold the place hostage if you don't get your demands?
But something that I have enjoyed about this podcast is that we've had a chance to really talk through a lot of things and have these amazing conversations. And I've been able to hear about you and your experiences at your big age, since you are 3 years older than me.
She's a baby.
I've actually never said my age on this podcast. I guess I'll say it. No, I haven't. No, you have. I have not.
You said it.
I have?
I think you said it on episode 1.
I did?
Yes.
I was not planning on doing it. I was planning on keeping it a mystery. I was going to say it, but now I'm not, because you have to go back and listen to episode 1 then.
Say it.
No, I'm not going to do it now. You guys go back and listen to episode 1. But she is 3 years older than I am, so being able to hear all the things that you've experienced has been great insight, and I appreciate that. And so, my hope for everybody who's been on this journey with us and has listened to this podcast, they've taken some nuggets. We're silly, but hopefully you've been able to grasp some nuggets that can help you as you go along this journey called life. Ain't that what Prince said?
Yes.
Dearly beloved. Okay, I'm not gonna finish it. We have said a lot of things in this last episode, so I'm not gonna finish it. But I love that man.
All right.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, the purple one. So, and I think
Purple rain. Okay.
And,
Purple rain.
And so I think with that, as we kind of come to a close, it's hard to close this episode out.
Yeah,
I think it's just a lot of pieces to it. But I think the biggest takeaway for, that I have for myself, and then hopefully that you all can take away from this, is just having patience with yourself on the journey. Don't listen to any pressures, whether they're internal or external. If you have goals, I think with Jazmin talking about her short-term goals and things like that, I think that's great. I wish I operated like that a little bit more, because I had not imaginary, but I had these high expectation, long-term goals that I just wanted to happen. And I just put pressure on myself, or got mad at God, or the universe, or whatever you want to call it, when things didn't happen for me. And I felt like, God didn't care about me, or God didn't, when everybody says, oh, the Lord will give you the desires of your heart. And I'm like,
is you sure?
Yeah, I'm like, are you sure about that? Because TikTok ain't got no baby yet. Just for real. It's just, I'm like, or when we moved into my mom's house in 2019 with the hopes of trying to save money to buy a home, and that didn't work out. And I'm like, God, are you listening? Do you care about what I want? What's going on? What's up? So, trusting God, I think is key. And then having patience on this journey. And then, as we say in the tagline all the time, accept what is. Nothing is a mistake. We made bad choices, and those may be mistakes, but the journey that God has you on is not a mistake. And if you trust Him and you're walking with Him, then everything is okay. I love how Jazmin says in our trailer, it's okay if you haven't met some of those goals. For me, for a long time, it was not okay. I was just like, no, it has to be this way. And when it wasn't this way, it was okay. So do I keep being frustrated that it's not working out, or do I just accept what is? And God has given me great friends. He's given me a great husband. He's given me great opportunities, and I keep waking up every day. He's not done with me. He's not done with me yet.
Come on,
somebody. Come on.
We're gonna start passing the collection plate around.
But yeah, I'm waking up every morning. I'm like, obviously He's not done with me yet. And so, like I said, those three big things: trust God, be patient with yourself in the journey, and accept what is, because you're you. God has you on this journey for a reason, and you're needed.
I like that. That last part was great. It is very sad to end. I can't wait to see you guys comment what your favorite episode was this season.
Do that. I like that.
Yeah, what your favorite episode was this season, and then what do you want to see us come back with season 2?
I would love the suggestions.
Yes.
We have some, like I said, we have some things in mind, but if there's other things that you feel like you felt pressured to have by a certain age, any goals that you've had. I need to talk about this. I had a dream honeymoon in mind.
See, I didn't dream all of that.
I'm telling you, I had so many expectations. I had my dream honeymoon, and it did not happen the way that I thought it was going to happen. But you know what? It's okay. Because in the day, I got the man.
That's true.
In the day, I got the man.
You got the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. So, got the man. Got the marriage. But yeah, so let us know some things that you want us to talk about. Any expectations or pressures that you may have felt from family members or friends or society. And we would love to talk about those. And we look forward to seeing y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in to the pod. Thank y'all for hanging with us. Thank y'all for going on this journey with us. And we love y'all.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.